Jimin came home suddenly. Jungkook was allegedly waiting for him in Korea. Light rain drenched the runway of Incheon International Airport that night. But the cold spring air of South Korea was defeated by the heat of anticipation of thousands of pairs of eyes. Behind masks and umbrellas, the army stood lined up on the edge of the arrival line, carrying a small banner reading, "Welcome home, Jimin," and "Cookie is waiting." No official announcement from HYBE regarding Park Jimin's return, but the news had already spread in the fan community just a few hours earlier. The information comes from a flight tracker that is usually monitored by the army. One large fan-based Twitter account posted screenshots of the flight schedule from Tokyo to Seoul, complete with the initials PJM on the business passenger list. The news exploded. Within 15 minutes, the hashtags #WelcomeHomeJimin and #CookieIsWaiting were trending on Twitter in Korea and Japan. In fact, in global trending topics, their position was only lost to the big political news of the night. What makes the atmosphere even hotter is the rumor that Jungkook, the Golden Magne, has been in Korea since the day before. In fact, there are eyewitnesses who claim to have seen him around the Hanamdong area, wearing a black hoodie and carrying shopping bags from a famous bakery. Is that a coincidence? Or is Jungkook really preparing something to welcome Jimin? Based on records from several fans who claim to be at the location, 12:30 p.m. KST Japan Airlines flight en route Tokyo, Seoul takes off. Japanese fans reported Jimin was spotted at Haneda's VIP lounge, wearing a white bucket hat and an oversized denim jacket. 15, 5 p.m. Korea Standard Time. A location signal from Flight Tracker indicates the aircraft entered Korean airspace. The Army chat group began to panic, sharing photos of the arrival information board in Incheon. 15, 40 p.m. KST, HYB's black van was spotted in the airport's VIP parking lot. Entertainment media photographers began to prepare on a special track. 16, 02 p.m. KST Jimin appears in the arrivals area, his face partially covered by a mask, but his eyes clearly lit up when he saw the crowd of fans. He waved his hand quickly before getting into the car. 16, 10 p.m. Korea Standard Time. The car is moving towards the direction of Seoul. Some fans suspect the car was heading for the luxury apartment complex Hanam the Hill. It is known as one of the BTS bases in Seoul. This is where rumors run wild. Netizens have linked the location to Jungkook's spotting the day before. In fact, there was one blurry photo uploaded by an anonymous account on the Pan forum, showing a silhouette of a black-haired man standing on the balcony of one of the Hanam the Hill units. His claim? That's Jungkook. Before Jimin's return, Jungkook's movements did trigger question marks. Since the beginning of the week, his social media accounts have been almost deserted. No Weverse live streaming, no Instagram updates. It's a rare thing considering Jungkook is usually diligent in greeting fans. However, 3 days before Jimin returned home, a fan reported seeing Jungkook at a small music studio in Gangnam instead of the main HYB building. Interestingly, he appeared to be carrying a laptop and a hard disk, equipment he used to carry when he was working on music. Speculation arose. Could it be that they are preparing a new song together? 2 days before Jimin's return, a barista at a small cafe near the Han River posted an Instagram story with the words, "Today a special customer stopped by," along with a rabbit emoji. Fans immediately guessed that it was Jungkook. The cafe is only 10 minutes from Hanam the Hill. Is it waiting for someone? The day before Jimin landed, the Dispatch Watcher's account shared a photo claiming to be Jungkook shopping at a high-end bakery. In his hand, there was a special cake decorating box. It could be to welcome someone. Write the caption to the post, which immediately reaped thousands of comments from the army who felt sure the cake was for Jimin. Jimin's sudden return caused various theories among the army. Some of the most popular guesses include: 1. Secret music project. Many believe Jimin returned to work on a sudden music project with Jungkook. Some evidence that reinforces this conjecture: Jungkook was caught in a small music studio, not in the main HYB facility. The hard disk and laptop were taken, allegedly containing a demo of the song. The issue is that HYB is preparing a surprise release for the summer. 2. BTS special event preparation. Some ARMY believe that BTS is preparing for a fan meeting or special stage before one of the members returns to the military schedule. Jimin's return may be directly related to intensive training for the event. Point 3. Personal reasons. There are also those who speculate that Jimin went home for personal reasons. It may be to celebrate the birthday of one of the family members or to support Jungkook in an important moment. The fact that Jungkook was seen preparing something like cakes and bread further corroborates this theory. Interestingly, HYB did not issue an official statement about Jimin's return or Jungkook's whereabouts. Korean entertainment media tried to contact the agency's spokesman, but only got a short answer. We cannot comment on the personal schedule of our artists. This reticence only made the rumors even wilder. Fans see it as a sign that there really is something deliberately kept secret. In fact, the Dispatch account, a medium that is usually quick to leak news about artists, also looks calm. No high-res photos, no investigative articles. For some ARMY, this actually makes them believe that there is a silent agreement between the media and HYB, so that this moment can happen without the interference of paparazzi. Jimin and Jungkook are known as two BTS members who have a special closeness. Since their debut, their interactions in front of the camera have always shown comfort and a sense of mutual protection. Jungkook once told me that Jimin was often the first to wake him up. Make sure you have breakfast before training. On the contrary, Jimin admits that Jungkook is a person who can make him laugh even under severe stress. ARMY often records small moments, such as gazes of mutual support before performing, or a gentle pat on the shoulder when one of them looks nervous. Several times, the two were seen doing simple things together, such as cycling on the banks of the Han River or simply hanging out in a cafe. For fans, this is proof that their relationship is not only professional, but also personal. The historical combination of this closeness with rumors that Jungkook is waiting Jimin in Korea made many fans feel that this moment had a bigger meaning than just co-workers reuniting the afternoon after Jimin's return. Some fans who happened to be in the basement parking area of a building in Seoul claimed to see two very familiar figures. According to them, Jimin was seen getting out of a black van in a large hoodie and a mask. Just a few seconds later, the side door of the building opened, and Jungkook came out holding something wrapped in cloth. The two met in the middle of the parking lot, looked at each other for a while, then chuckled, a moment that, although brief, was enough to make the eyewitnesses' heart flutter. Witnesses said Jungkook handed the package to Jimin. There was a guess that it was a gift or an important item, as Jimin hugged her carefully. In fact, one witness claimed to have heard Jungkook say slowly, "I'm glad you're here." Although not necessarily accurate, those words were enough to make social media explode. Once the news of this meeting spread through fanbase accounts, hashtags like #JikuOkrunian and #JiminIsBack instantly topped Twitter/X, trending in over 40 countries. Fans in South Korea and Japan are busy sharing old photos of Jimin and Jungkook during the BTS OT7 moment. As if to mark the longing that paid off, many also make fan art depicting both at the airport or in the rehearsal room. Fans in America and Europe held a special Twitter space discussing the great meaning of Jimin's return. Some associate with the possibility of mini concerts or the release of duet songs. For ARMY, this meeting is not just two idols reuniting in Korea. There are many layers of meaning that make it special. Amid the hectic schedules and pressures of the industry, seeing two BTS members be there for each other is a reminder that they're not just co-workers, but also a true friend. At a time when many groups are faltering due to solo activities, this moment gives hope that BTS is still maintaining internal familiarity, which is the foundation of their survival. Jimin and Jungkook did not openly announce this moment, but let the fans discover for themselves. This strategy makes the ARMY's relationship with them feel more personal, as if they were part of the story they were living.